We are live.
Woot the woot.
Nigga, what? Yo, this is Clicked the podcast. I am one of your hosts. Well, okay, we're just gonna stop that.
Yep.
All right. Audience.
You started talking.
Audience is not with it today. God damn.
John be having them clap till their hands bleed. Oh, it's still on?
You're ruining my culture.
And he's a Roman orator, so he needs them to be clapping the whole time he's
Hell
speaking.
yeah.
He's like, did I say?
Are you not entertained? Nah. Yo, yes. Your boy Jive English. Having a bunch of fun. These cats is harassing me.
You're welcome.
Tonight we got like a skeleton crew in the building. But it's dope. First we're gonna have whoa, it's crazy.
Oh, honey.
No, we want to introduce when we just had an amazing interview with, but also welcome to the podcast. It is Navia, the amazing vocalist. I don't know what to call you, man. It's as far as your genre, you're like a blender.
I'm Batman.
Okay, no, I'm kidding. Hey, what's up, Fallen Angels? It's your girl, Navia, your most amazing singer.
Your boy, the king.
Oh my God.
Not that Bridgerton king hiding in the beds either.
King Bogus.
No, I need me
Bogus, the monarch.
Bridgerton King. Yeah, where's Prince Charles? Yeah.
Hey, what it do? Niner.
That Prince George was on the beds.
Prince
Wow.
George, that's his name, not Charles.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Henny's in the building. What's going on, Henny? It's your birthday coming up.
What's up, Henny? Oh my God, happy birthday, Henny!
You're like 23, 24?
24.
Happy fucking birthday.
Oh, thank you. Swear to me.
Cause tonight will be the night.
That's so
Wow.
Foolish.
And the newbie in the building.
Oh yeah, the newbie.
The newbie in the building.
It's me.
Say hi to Danny.
Hey y'all. It's
Danny.
Danny.
Oh my God, it's Danny. I can't believe it.
What's going on, my nigga?
All right.
Alright.
See? What's wrong with you knitters now?
We got two niggas in here.
Good thing no one knits in this room.
There's two niggas in here.
We crochet.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like knitting with extra steps. Stop.
Call them moon crocheters.
Oh my God. Moon crocheters is a crazy word.
So the actual term is moon cricket. So you took, all right.
Took the first two letters, kept those.
Kept
Yeah.
Okay.
You can stop explaining.
Okay.
Yeah.
But the last two letters are
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just stop it right there.
Yeah, thank you.
We're done.
All right. Anyway, moving on.
There'll be no more. All right, yo. So we're gonna have a quickie podcast again because the
All
king
right.
has to hold
Crazy
court
word.
somewhere. Yeah, that's crazy.
You
Was it
couldn't think of
pause-worthy?
something better
Right.
to say? Like,
Quickie.
Abbreviated. Yeah, you got a crazy vocab. I know you do. That was wild. We're
abbreviated.
gonna have a
Abbreviated.
quickie podcast, like
A perforated podcast.
Perforated.
bro.
Gonna break it around these lines. Like we're done here. Nah. So I wanted to have a conversation. It seems like the revolution is here.
Mm-hmm.
And the other side is winning. There were
I wouldn't say that, but
the executive orders being signed. I mean, and they have yet to be challenged in court.
no, they've been challenged.
Oh, they're starting to be challenged.
Yeah, it's a couple of them, and a couple of them kind of made them ineffective by putting some little on it. But one guy already was like, "Yeah, this shit is unconstitutional," and I'm shocked that somebody confirmed by the Bar Association would even bring this to my desk.
Wow, it's crazy.
Yeah, old white Reagan appointed.
Yeah. I remember he got
40
appointed by
years.
Reagan for 40 years. And he's
Yeah.
like, yo, in the whole 40 years, I've never seen this.
I've never seen this shit in my whole life.
And I'm Reagan.
Right.
And I've seen a lot of shit. I've seen a lot of shit trickle down. Okay, you went there.
No.
But nah, so,
He's like, no, you gotta earn.
Reagan, trickle down. I thought I did enough. Obviously, I did.
No.
I earned this.
No, but I wanted to talk so my perspective is so much is happening so fast, and were we off the guard? Were we not paying attention when we should have been as a group of people? Like, were we too concerned with 50-50 talks and who's at what table to not be paying attention to the politics that are going to affect the way we live, the way we, commune with each other? You know what I'm saying?
I feel like niggas fell asleep for so many years until the two choices were dead babies or 1940s. So now and then it's just like I'm just not gonna vote. And it's like, okay, well,
Yeah.
they don't care.
Yeah,
Like,
they're not voting.
they're gonna run it again. Like, and then it's like, for me, it's like if you want to vote in your best interest, then you need to do that. Like, if you want something that's you're able to build on, then you need to do that. But I mean, niggas want fascism. I gotta sit back and watch until they start putting the camps up, and then I gotta go into the resistance.
But that's the problem, right? There were so many small things we could have done, right? That we kind of I feel like we slept on guard. And when I say we, I'm gonna be very particular. I'm starting to understand that black is a political designation, not just like some racial whatever. That Black America had sort of we're sort of the perennial guard of too far, right? And we always, when stuff went too far, it's like, no, in certain times they were called America. We were called America's conscious.
Mm-hmm.
Like when stuff happened, it was like, all right, how are the black people taking it? Because that's
Yeah.
kind of the barometer.
Yeah.
And we were too busy, trying to live a soft life or whatever the hell we were talking about. And this shit just walked right by. It was like a parade walked past us. And we just were like, oh, no, I care more about whatever the fuck we were talking about at the time. And like you said, now these choices are so stark and unremovable because they have been gilded almost by our ignorance. And then by the time we get to where we are, now everybody has to start talking revolutionary out of nowhere. We could have just been talking reform.
Yeah.
And that might have stopped it. Reform could have stopped some stuff.
But see, that's the path that wasn't chosen. And you see,
Right,
and this
exactly.
this is why whenever that happened, everyone was like, you know what? I'm tired, because we've been fighting for years. At the end of the, like you said, we're America's conscious. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where other movements have based what they do off of what we've done.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I just feel like niggas is just tired, bruh. But at the same time, they fell asleep at the wheel, because it's like, or I gotta say, because it's like we got it to the point where it was a black president, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
There's
everything around it was ignored.
Yeah, almost like what Jive was saying about the black community being a political thing.
Mm-hmm.
That in itself, there should be more unity amongst all black people. But there's division. There's so much division, and that division, I've seen this a lot of times online, in the past couple of days.
Yeah.
Division is diversion, but it makes sense, because if we're all talking about some little shit in our little groups, we're not looking at the big picture, and we're supposed to be working together. Hey, y'all, look at this thing right here.
Well, I think, and I don't disagree. I think what happened is we started to hold our solidarity hostage because we had all these what we call intersectionalities that we felt, until you deal with this, I'm holding my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, unless it's whatever that other thing was. The most salient part of being for black people is blackness. And in every one of those political groups, social groups, they understand that. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, we're so disjointed that when somebody says, hey, man, we need to come together, so much. It takes so much energy to come together. By
Yeah.
the time we get together, we're done. We're like, all right, it took all this energy just to get y'all to pay attention, and by the time it's time to like point your attention towards what collectively is our issue, everybody's like, all right, well, you know what I mean. So like,
Yeah.
you know, if we would have stayed together, and if we would have dealt with issues the way you deal with it with family, you know what I'm saying, you would have stayed family. But now, you know, we're to a point where we act like black men and black women are a different species from each other. It's like, oh my God, black men are so different. I have no idea. It's like,
I'm gonna say this:
we raise each other.
there's some people who are more vocal about being chronically online in a roundabout way, like people who hold that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's always been that way. These people just have more of a platform whenever they say like, "Oh, black men hate black women," or you know what I'm saying, or "I can't stand a black woman," or all this shit. But
There's
like
a louder voice.
yeah, but if even when they share those thoughts online, there is a wave of people like, "You're fucking wilding." You know what I'm saying? Even the ones that go viral, like they never go viral with a whole bunch of people agreeing in the
Right.
comments.
It's like,
it's like
you
you're a
could've left
clown.
that one.
But
Right.
so, but it doesn't.
Like this you? That's where the this yous come from. Like a whole bunch of people doing that online.
But I don't think I wish some of that were true, but we lack the solidarity
Yeah.
to prove that that's true.
No, I mean we don't have the same amount of solidarity like in the civil rights era, no. But whenever shit does hit the fan, we're out there. Like George Floyd was a worldwide thing. The only issue is we do all of this work and then the ball is dropped in Congress.
Yeah.
Or no, there's nothing else done. Like the guy gets sentenced and then gets released 3 years later
Right.
for, you know what
Which
I'm saying?
is-
And that's the shit we'll be like, bruh, like
That's
we did all of
yeah.
this and
For a
y'all
slap on
just
the wrist.
right. So then, you know, that keeps happening and even now with this, like we as a people, regardless of race, saw the country shut down for 4 years because of a bad decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, had to recover for 4 years. Bad decision was made by the guy who was calling the shots. So, whenever we sit here at this juncture and we watch 4 years of somebody trying to fix the problem, and then the same guy who caused the problem get reelected on a platform of fucking more shit up, then I'm just like, okay.
Well, I mean,
I can see why motherfuckers is tired.
well, see, here's the thing, right? One of the many things. One of the things that is amazing about what happened is when he got elected, one thing was true in two different dimensions. Everybody knew he was a liar.
Mm-hmm.
But the two different dimensions were, did you think he was lying for you or did you think he was lying to you?
Yep.
And so the people who believed he was lying to us just didn't show up. The people who like, oh, he's lying for us.
They pulled
Like
up.
we're somebody just gave a Nazi salute
at the inauguration.
at the inauguration,
behind the presidential seal.
and
crazy.
we don't even have the political willpower to call it a Nazi salute.
Right.
People
Yep.
are like, it resembled. Oh, he
An
had
odd gesture.
yeah, his Asperger's was acting up. Come on, man! Like,
No.
what
The
is
man
going on?
doing literal rocket science
Yeah,
with
this man-
SpaceX
right.
and building electric cars. All this shit he be talking about.
50% of the damn satellites in space belong to his motherfucking company, and somehow he doesn't know better than this.
Right.
Like, but that's just the problem is for when I say us, again, the political us, the litmus test is beyond a reasonable doubt, and for them it's just a preponderance of the evidence.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if just so long as we can like haggle with it, got to give it to them.
Yep.
For it, we
But like,
we got to have it dead to rights.
do you know that the entire world is protesting our election?
Really?
And I had no idea.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
It's being suppressed on X.
Of course it is.
So
which is
when
also,
TikTok came back, they saw it for a split second and somebody downloaded the video and they was like, bruh.
That's also another one of the crazy things. Like the control of social media and the whole shit with TikTok going down for like barely a day.
But then it came back censored as hell.
Yes, and it's so censored. The censorship is crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I feel like I've heard a lot of people talking about going to different platforms, especially because as Black voices, we really carry. Like, we are the trendsetters. So it's like, no, we're not going to support this. Boycotting.
Yeah.
Boycotting social media and showing up, one, in our actual communities, like in person, but then finding platforms. It's the same way. Don't support Amazon. Don't support Starbucks. Don't support all these fucking billionaires. These people that are funding a genocide and still not like.
And just not caring and us knowing.
And we know. And it's like, don't. The whole like someone else is going to support. Like, we can't just be bystanders.
But we were too concerned with being. And I'm a socialist. Fuck it, I'm just gonna call it what it is, man. We were too busy being consumers. We were too busy being entrepreneurs. We were too busy being brand ambassadors. You got me looking weird. Let me just. I'm looking at me. I'm like,
your camera is below your eye level, so of course it looks weird.
Said, you got me looking weird.
You got yourself looking.
You had to go look it up.
Don't blame me for that.
I was like, wait a minute.
Hold on.
I at least got you in the frame.
I was looking at I was like, that angle looks mad. And you saw it, so you saw me looking like,
look,
who did it and
I'm
ran?
looking above it, like I'm doing a little dance over here.
Yeah, no, I'm cool now. It's cool.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay,
cool
okay.
now.
You got me looking weird.
You know what? You get another one for that.
Hey.
See how easy it is to distract us?
Exactly.
Look, it was short, but we came back.
Right. So there is this.
She
We
being
were too
vain.
busy being all of these hyper individualistic, presets
Yeah.
that. Again, all these things happened. It was a marching band that walked past. They weren't quiet about it. When you print a 90-page manifesto called Project 2025,
Right.
and then publish it, and then put it on the internet, and then the people who are supposed to be on guard still walk past it, and then all he had to do was say, "I never heard of it,"
Right.
and then turn around on day one,
Man.
word for word, went right at it. You know what I'm saying? Whose fault is that? The person who called the shot or the person that threw the perfect pitch? Yo, if he throws this strike, it's out the park. And you're like, fuck that, I'm throwing this strike. Bro, there's so many pitches in your repertoire, you could have threw anything. He literally told you the only thing that he can guarantee is a fastball. You threw it down the pipe and he knocked it out. And we just sat there and was like, all right, fuck it. Because we didn't care. We honestly, that's the only thing that makes sense is you didn't give a fuck enough. And then now that it's kind of popular to talk about this, now we could talk about revolution. Revolution is not a fad.
No. it's
Revolution
not.
gets people killed. Revolution gets people drugged behind pickup trucks.
But see,
You see what I'm
here's
saying?
the thing, though. I think at this point, it's going to have to come from the people who voted for him. 'Cause there's so much regret out there. There's so much, I didn't think he was talking about me
Right.
out there, that it's
Right.
like, well, I just
I
saw.
think part of that too is because a lot of white people also don't have big money. So it's like y'all supporting people, but your pockets look like your neighborhood's pocket.
Right. And it's like, y'all living paycheck to paycheck too, ain't you? Right. You talking about the price of eggs, but now it's all, oh, white man's in charge now. It's like, okay. Even the Latinos. There's a Latina woman out there right now, all over Twitter and TikTok, crying because she regretted voting for Trump.
Because she thought it was going to like insulate her. And that's
She thought it was all propaganda. Like, I didn't think he was going to do this. We voted because we believed in his word that, yep.
He wasn't even lying.
But he
very-
wasn't
Like-
lying. Like when he everything that he did is fascist manifesto stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like so many historical figures have done exactly what he's done, word for word. And then when we say this is what he's doing word for word, then they ban the books that said it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, there's literature about exactly what this is. If I told you 2 + 2 is 4, and you kept saying no, it's 7, and then you throw away the books that I could use to prove that it's 4, then we understand what's going on. You have a problem with math.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, this lines up. 2 + 2 is 4. And now he's throwing away. Look, this motherfucker's got people in federal agencies playing motherfucking the snitch game.
Yep.
For anybody who has, you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, did you hire somebody because LGBTQ needs a proper representation in government? I'm telling.
Yep.
And it's treason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just did that.
Yep.
Did you hire her because there's too many white men in here? A black woman? Is that why you hired her?
Yeah, get her up out of here.
Get her the chains. You know what I'm saying? Like, douse of water, crust of bread. Like, this, you know what I'm saying?
Get
This
rid
is
of the chains.
No.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what, and we walked right past that because, to be honest, we were just so busy trying to live an American dream from like 30, 40, 50 years ago.
Not even that. There is some weird thought out there that we live in this beautiful country that has just always had their shit together. And it's just not the case.
It's
like
never been the case.
There's never been in America where we as black people could just sit back and
Right.
everything will work itself out.
Right.
And I'm just like, y'all just gonna let them do it again? Like, cause we're sitting, like you're saying, like, we're sitting here now and now we got to do all this other work in the background. But they, like, bruh, there's only so much we can do as a people whenever they're openly investigating this man for 4 years. And in the 4th year, after he gets elected, they decide, oh, well, we'll have to drop all the charges. But he would have been convicted, though. I'm just like, bruh, there's only so much we can do. You talking like election, like, I mean, they said election interference, misappropriation of campaign funds, like, whole rap sheet, bruh.
And here's the thing. It wasn't like he said, nah, that didn't happen. He just said, hey, by the way, if I win, can I pardon myself?
Right?
Not that I'm not guilty or nothing.
That wouldn't look
I'm
good,
just
Mr. President.
trying to
I'm not
see-
asking if it would look good. Okay?
I'm just
I'm
asking
just
if it can be
wondering.
done. That's it.
Shit crazy.
You see
man.
what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's that on the nose. Like, and then they don't even have to, like, conceal it. Like, trickle-down economics was absolutely abhorrible. It was just the most power-hungry money grab to the top that you've seen in recent history, in recent political memory.
Used to be, at least.
It used to be. Till COVID.
Man.
But at least they had to lie to you. No, when we give the money to the corporations, they will feel an ease of tax burden and they will expand their operations. And by doing so, hire more people
And raise the wages.
and raise wages. So therefore, you will have more disposable income. And everybody was like, yeah, all the kind of words you ain't never heard before and shit. And it was just like,
Right. Yeah.
And
Reagan's the
then-
best.
they took all our tax money and gave it to the rich, and then eggs went up $1 million.
Like,
Now
man.
you can't get eggs.
And then, and then now we're using.
Oh, you really can't get eggs now because the bird flu pulling up. So it's about to be another quarantine. I'm going to say it here
The
first.
what?
It's about to be another quarantine. There's been bird flu outbreaks. This nigga already tried firing the inspector generals. They had to send a referendum back to him like, you don't have the authority.
Let's just
Takes an
crash
act of
out,
Congress.
motherfuckers, you know.
Exactly.
Just crash out.
This
He's
kid's-
also trying to get it his presidency
Yeah.
expanded to another term.
A congressman
what?
introduced legislation to give President Trump a 3rd term.
Why? Oh my gosh! Don't answer the why. I know the why.
Yeah. Yep, and it was.
Okay,
It's only the shit that was crazy. The wording was it's only for a president who has not served 2 consecutive
Consecutive terms.
terms.
Yeah. So
Or one
so
that-
then that means Obama couldn't run again,
Right.
Because he's had 2 consecutive terms.
Right.
Mhm.
So this would be Trump's last time running.
No. This is the next time would be his last time running.
Bruh, he'll be dead by the time.
No, this is facts. I don't
Yeah.
think I don't think it's gonna go full 4 because
Right.
he's as old as Biden is.
This
Like
kid
that's
needs to just get impeached again.
them
But
niggas was in the
but you
same
know what?
elementary school together. Like they was playing.
with the school with the bell on the top.
Right. They had the 3 books with the belt wrapped around it.
No backpack.
And
Yeah,
the, and the
right,
belt
no
buckle
backpack.
matched the shoe buckle.
Hey, telling you, bro, their teacher really had an apple on her desk.
They had to skip to Malou, my darling.
They was writing with chalk on the chalkboard.
Right.
Goddamn.
Yeah, damn.
Telling you,
Back when they called the chalkboard a nigger board.
Crazy.
That's fucking
They probably did though.
yeah, they probably did.
You talking like prep school white boys? They were wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back when you sent your kids to school, like those kind of schools, like as a luxury.
Oh yeah.
They just like, oh, we're rich enough to not have to deal with our own children.
Yes, he spent
Carry on.
4
now.
semesters at Winchester.
Okay.
Face ass.
Hell yeah. So it's
no more social media use.
Yes.
you have to. So here's
We
another
gotta find
thing.
new platforms.
I'm on Blue Sky.
Boom!
Sean-
I was like, I keep hearing about Blue Sky.
I haven't heard about
Hmm?
it.
I keep hearing about it.
Red Note. I can't.
Of course, you
You
heard
said
about
Red Note?
I can't do Red Note, man.
Why not?
Bigo.
It's
Why-
too.
Why can't you get with the Chinese, man?
Yeah.
See,
That one. What type of?
Henny
Get-
works with
get-
the CCP.
Get,
Yeah.
get with the program.
You down with CCP? Yeah, you know me.
Damn.
Nah, you ain't gonna get me. Nah, but it's just too. I'm sorry, bro. China is no better than the United States, if not worse.
In some ways, I mean, especially what they've done to the Uyghurs,
The Uyghurs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Muslims
the Muslims, like
and I mean,
they are definitely trying to do some ethnic cleansing.
and then
So
old
it-
Tiananmen. You know, and I'm not saying that the United States is just like on a whole nother level. I feel like they're right there neck and neck.
I feel like once you
Wait,
agree to
Who owns YouTube? Does anyone know?
Google.
Google,
Google,
yeah.
Yeah.
they bought it out.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember when like they did that shit, like because YouTube was like coming up quick,
Yeah.
and they were like, we'll take that.
They grab that.
They just,
Snatch
It was Soldier Boy, man.
we won't be Blockbuster.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, when Soldier Boy did that,
Damn.
all that damn.
There's an A. Need that.
See, black
no,
people.
me
Black people make the platforms, and they're like, we.
again because that is what I'm like. There are like when I look. Because I be on Red Note and I be on, watching shit or whatever.
That's
when you go
crazy.
to their coaches and shit,
He's with the Chinese.
they
He's down with
ni hao. You know what I learned?
Ni hao.
I learned ni hao
Ni hao,
actually
ma.
means you good. That's the hoodest shit ever.
Well,
It
knee,
does not
knee is
mean-
you. How is just good alone.
Yeah,
but
so it's like, you
but
good.
once you put them together, it's
Nah,
hello.
it's-
Yeah.
No,
I'm
you-
not. No.
The thing is, the problem with
See-
Mandarin is that once you put 2 characters together, it
They
changes
become
the entire
different.
word
Here's-
entirely.
Does it really?
And- yes.
Yes.
Here's
I'm
the
gonna
thing,
learn.
and
I'm gonna learn
I don't want to like American explain to Henny at all. So
Henny is 48.
I know Henny knows this. 48th Dan black belt and but in fucking
Henny reads in Gaelic.
right.
Damn right.
Do you speak a lot of languages?
knows
No,
he knows
not-
Latin.
I know a good amount of Spanish,
Yeah.
and I'm learning Mandarin.
Okay.
But
go.
every
Mandalorian.
Yeah.
man,
Go. Say what you're saying, bro.
every fucking character, every like swipe, all that has a story behind it, like history.
Mm-hmm.
Like this means man
Atlas.
because this means man because the man, and they have like a whole fucking
So the characters, all the points in it
Yeah.
have.
bruh. I was taking it up at Morehouse and they had the little workbook like you would have in like foreign language classes and all, and it was just like that was sometimes the question, like, where did this come from?
Oh
Like the
wow!
swipe.
You had
Like,
to
where did-
know
yeah.
the story, like the origin of the
Yes.
characters.
Exactly, man. That shit was crazy.
Oh.
You got a big old brain, don't you?
I'll try.
Pause. That's crazy.
I mean,
You guys had this conversation off the air. What the fuck y'all are doing? I won't.
hey, don't say it like that.
It's crazy work. Not fucking job right now. Crazy.
Somebody got to be the hater. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You got,
somebody got
you
to
got
hate.
your necklace on?
We all hate.
Yeah, I
him.
do.
See, it's not.
He's
it's not-
always got the necklace on. When does he not have the necklace
Yeah,
on?
see,
What does the necklace mean? What is
it's his hate power. It's channeled.
Oh
when,
man!
when it really is on, it starts to spin.
Yeah,
I thought
that's
you
what
said blows.
that's what the branches.
Yeah.
They're
Damn, it
actually
gets more
veins.
brain-
Yeah, and they
Oh.
actually dig into my skin.
And they start
my power.
pulsing?
Yeah, my temple starts.
Damn. Okay.
Nah. So
Yeah, scary work.
we have to, let me bring this idea back. We have to be okay with having our conversations about how we're going to put ourselves back together with ears. One of the things that I took from, and this is going to be weird, but Bill Cosby, when he had his, and this is before all of the stuff, but when he was, talking about.
Nope, you gotta use someone else.
No, I'm not gonna. Fucking goddamn orange peel wouldn't fucking apologize. I'm not doing it anymore.
Right.
But no, when he was, talking about, black names and all this other stuff and all the other stuff that he had a problem with or whatever, he said something that I found a premise that had validity. He said, I thought I was talking to my people. And I didn't take into account white people paying attention. I thought we were talking amongst ourselves, and this is my critique, and we can go back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
We are at a point where, in order to have these conversations, and we're having some of them out loud. We're just having the pettier ones out loud. Who should be paying the bills? Where Cheesecake Factory is? Something silly that we're having these conversations around. But when it's talking about, who's going to protect this community, who's going to leave this place better than when we found it, all the other stuff that actually matters, we want to have those conversations in some weird sort of clandestine. It's like you got to be able to have those conversations on the same social media. You're willing to say that all black women ain't shit, all black men ain't shit. I shouldn't have to raise a kid.
I do want to say
be
this,
able to
though.
abort it. All these things, if we are okay with having all those conversations in mass in front of white people, then how we heal ourselves needs to be right there too.
No, whilst I agree with you, all that is out there. I agree with the sentiment.
Very,
everything.
very kingly for to say whilst.
That's big brain shit.
Hey, I just need to say, there has been reports since, what was that, 2019, 2020, that they did it might have been 2017. They did a dive on all social media, and they found that there are bad faith actors
Oh yeah.
from China, from Russia, with accounts that are meant to stir discord in
Oh,
the
yeah,
black community.
I do believe that.
And we see a lot of white people now getting exposed for having accounts of being black women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, let me just be very clear, because there's still some niggas out here that share those sentiments and are very vocal online, like real people. But the algorithm boosts those posts.
Yeah, for sure.
And the shit where people do have grassroots communities ends up getting shut down,
Yeah.
ends up getting community blocked, banned, like shadow banned, all kind of shit. So it's like they've got keywords that the government is telling them, like, hey, you got to put this in there, this in there. Like, it's almost as if, like, even with like Facebook and their whole election interference thing, like there were millions of rubles that went through Facebook, and they was just like, and the government was like, you didn't think that was serious? Okay, well, now y'all got to do it our way. And so Facebook is completely different. You remember when Facebook used to be wilding? That shit don't happen no more.
It seems like tumbleweeds on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
You really can't.
unless you are selling something or buying it on
Right,
Facebook.
the promotion.
Yeah, you can
Yep.
do promotion on Facebook, but like
It's a marketplace.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
gonna say the consumerism.
Yeah.
the same thing that got MySpace taken down is the exact model that Facebook is living on.
Can you imagine what life would be like if MySpace like grew?
Yeah. Because it still exists.
It still exists. It doesn't do the same
No, I was
thing.
gonna
Yeah.
say
No, it's just like a little music platform
Yeah.
thing.
It's not.
no.
Yeah.
It's
There's millions of
Oh,
people
they
on
just
it,
switched
though,
it
but
now?
not a lot of music. Like it's like 3-4 million people on it, but it's not like
Yeah. It's not a. Yeah.
it's not what it was.
yeah.
It's-
That's what I'm.
But it's what's still a thing that I found out is crazy. You know what's still a thing? Black Planet.
I knew you was about to say Black Planet.
Black
you just
Planet.
look like a Black Planet ass nigga, man.
Yo, what the
He just
fuck?
looked like
He
he
just
had
woke the
he was
fuck
like, I wonder. Black Planet. I knew he was about to say it.
Black Planet is still a thing. I was on the phone with a friend and we were just talking about it.
Of course y'all were.
And he
It
was
had
like,
D'Angelo playing in the
he was-
background. Fucking.
and he you know what? He got on it. Like he was like, I'm about to get on this shit and see what's up.
Just casually logging in, like you got login information current day.
No. Like he signed up. That's what he did.
Oh,
He signed up. Like he was
that's
like, oh
crazy.
shit, it's real. And he signed up. I think on the first page it talks about dating. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I guess
Niggas
Black
out here.
Planet is like where you go to meet. You know what I mean? Like that was so crazy. I was like, it was niche back when it was a thing. It wasn't like the main thing
Yeah.
even then. So it's like it's crazy, but
Motherfucker's still on there too.
I got real curious.
I heard the clock. I was like, yo. Okay, let me see, because I don't know what this looks like.
yeah, Black Planet is a thing.
Can you?
Oh.
Ownership
okay.
matters. Okay.
Yeah.
Black Planet.
All right.
Like Jesus.
Hey, we
Yeah.
might need to go over to Black Planet. Goddamn. All this shit, cause fucking Nazi
feel
runs
like-
Twitter now.
Yeah, I feel like the.
So do we stay on Twitter?
No, I stay on Twitter because I gotta watch what them niggas doing.
I was gonna say.
They
like,
ain't gonna pull
what-
a fast one on me.
I don't got
What
Twitter.
Bogus was saying earlier about people
Feel it.
being tired, like that is ultimately the goal. I want you so tired. I want you exhausted. I want you beaten down that you can't see what I've got cooking up. You can't bear to see this anymore because it's so horrific. All the things I'm doing to you. I don't want you. I want you to turn your head.
Yeah.
I want you to close your eyes permanently.
Well, if we have a false state, a false sense of inclusion, we let a lot of things walk by.
Yeah.
So if we start thinking, "Oh, we're Americans," like our parents never were. Like, there are things that we think now that were settled math back then, and we didn't want. We called all the things our parents tried to teach us. We called that baggage, trauma,
Man.
all kinds of shit. And they were like, this world is going to do something to you,
Yeah.
and you need to know these things. No, this is traumatic, and I don't understand. And the times are different. And then the times came back, and we don't have any of the tools.
I feel like
We don't have any of the resolve. We don't have any of the anythings that they had. They had the kind of resolve that could send an 8-year-old to a college, to a school with the National Guard in front of it,
Oh,
being
yeah,
spat on and doing all kinds of things. They had those kind of kids.
Yeah.
They had that type of community. Come on, man.
I feel like the older generation was trying to prepare the new generation that like this world is a jungle and you only got yourself. So
No, I feel like yes, we have ourselves, but that's the unity needs.
That's
to
what I'm saying.
happen.
But their version of myself was
being
collective.
stronger,
Yeah.
There was a
like, being
collective,
stronger
yeah,
no
so it was
matter
like-
where.
So I saw you in me.
yeah,
So it was like
The
I have to
strength- the
protect her.
strength
Yeah,
that
I
they
have to
put.
protect her because if I lose her, I lose me.
yes, yeah.
But now we're so individual. It's like, oh, if they take black women, black men gonna be fine. We gonna be passport bros. Like that's what niggas are saying.
No, that's what some
Oh,
niggas
or-
is. They just had a. I don't even want to call him a school shooter because he shot a girl.
Yeah, he shot a Hispanic Latina.
Yeah.
It was the Tennessee shooting,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nashville.
And he's out here talking about he's a black white Nazi or something like that. Like he's a honorary Yakubian.
I don't even know what that
A
means.
what?
Honorary Yakubian.
What the fuck is that?
I think
So
Isn't it like
Please school us, Your Highness.
You know.
I've read on it, but
Mhm.
like I'm not too familiar.
So, all right, hear me out here, okay?
Okay.
I'm not.
Wait. Is it that like that's okay? I don't know if you guys ever seen this video. It circled the internet like years ago. But isn't it like basically that black girl that's basically said that she's white and that she like only hangs out with white people?
No, I remember
Oh,
that.
no,
That's
no,
not
no.
the same thing.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I don't
Nah.
think that's the same thing.
So, this is not my beliefs, okay? This is just what's out there.
Yeah. You're just reiterating.
I'm just making it clear.
Oh, okay.
So,
All right, man.
they said long time ago with with history and all history being rewritten by the victors, quote unquote, that the true history is that this world was nothing but black people at one time, or what people would consider black if they looked at them. There was a doctor, a mad scientist, who would just toil in his lab, right?
Okay.
So he ended up making the first white man. And
Oh, yeah, I've heard this.
yeah. And this white man he created was just always fucking shit up. He was setting shit on fire. He was violent. That's the story. You know what I'm saying? So then he went and made a whole army of them. Like, that's the condensed version. He made a whole army of them, took over the world.
Okay.
So he's saying he's an honorary Yacubian because Yacubians are what they call white people.
Okay.
So here's the
understand
thing,
now.
right? Again, so what you're seeing is a political bandwagoning,
Yeah.
Yep.
right? So you see the winning team, you want to get on the team that has traction. I think that happened to a lot of black factions inside.
Mhm.
So when we saw movement in the LGBTQ community, then there was a lot of bandwagoning. When you saw a lot of movement in the red pill or whatever, we saw so many movements that were having more traction than the perennial underdogs. It was like black people were literally the Browns.
Well,
And nobody like, all right.
I
yeah,
think
this
the
home
point with
team.
it's more the point with that what you were saying with the intersectionality. I think it was kind of divide and conquer.
Yeah, no, for
Because
sure.
Whenever you bring up, black people and gay people,
Mhm.
it's like there's a rift in the community. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
There's a conversation that needs to be had that hasn't been had, and
Yeah. Mhm.
that type of intersectionality is what created, like you said, the quote unquote bandwagoning. But
Mhm.
that's where they felt, they needed to be at. Then you have your black Republicans, and all,
ADOS.
right? They're all, they have the, that red pill mentality. To
Yeah,
where
yeah,
it's
that's what I'm
like-
saying. Yeah, like-
So I feel it, but it's more so of like I feel it more on the intersectionality point you said with the because it was just a divide and conquer.
Yeah, I mean, but
like from top to bottom, like black men, black women, LGBTQ, red pill, fucking even the classism in the black community.
Oh yeah, like
Like
the
you can't-
talented tenth ass shit.
You know what I'm
like,
saying?
yeah.
Or you can't fuck with me if you broke, and I don't have.
Right.
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
You don't have an LLC, entrepreneurialism, all this other stuff. Like all these logos and names and branding and all this
Right.
other stuff.
And then the niggas is out here killing each other and all this shit. So it's like there's so much intersectionality that we have in our community that they preyed on to where it was just a straight up divide and conquer. So now all these people are trying to vote within their best interest and not relying on their blackness, because not realizing at the end of the day, you're still a nigga. But that's how it is, bro. Like whenever they
should have had that Jay-Z drop.
right, if they ever throw up a camp or any of that, like you're going in there.
Your
Like
labels are not going to
and I
save
think
you.
that's the problem. I
Right.
think and this is not even a dig. I think Asian Americans understand that and have a closer history to what that means with the Japanese internment. You know what I'm saying? Like there's an understanding that they will do this. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it's not legal. It's not legal yet.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Laws are nothing. You know what I'm saying? A new law is just something that hasn't been written yet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can make whatever not okay that they want to not be okay. They just made TikTok not okay. And then, like you guys just said, and I was oblivious, you know what I'm saying? So I don't have a problem with admitting it. I did not know that the world is watching the decline of an empire.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know what I'm saying? And we are just in it. And nobody is saying anything. Everybody is acting like inflation is like
Normal.
just a natural thing. It's
And it's
not
unnatural.
photosynthesis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Not even inflation, bro. The other countries have been online like, y'all have to pay to hold your baby after it's born.
Oh yeah.
Y'all have to pay for an
the
ambulance.
the whole
You have to-
reproductive
Yeah.
They-
care, all that shit.
And they've like I've been telling niggas for years, we're the only country. You know what? We're the only country out here without free health care, free public transportation, and
It's ridiculous.
free schools and what's that shit? Free oh no, not free, but we get
Subsidized childcare.
no, motherfuckers get paid in other just for existing in other countries. Like
And here's the thing. There's a funny thing about that.
we're not the only country that doesn't
there is
do
a
that,
there
but
is
they
a
have.
place in this country that actually does it. It's actually a Republican state, and it's Alaska. You get a dividend
Oh, yeah.
for living in Alaska.
Yeah.
Every year, every person that lives in that, I don't give a fuck if you were born on December 31st. When it's time to motherfucker do taxes and you were alive on this planet, you get a dividend. They pay you for living there. You pay all your taxes and da-da-da-da-da, and then they give you a dividend. That has nothing to do
Yep.
with your tax. You know what I'm saying? So you get your dividend, and then you're still going to do your taxes.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So does it work? Yes. We know 2 cases in America where that exact sort of subsidization, that word, worked. And
Subsidize
that
that
is in
kind.
Alaska and in the military.
Yeah.
Because the military is heavily subsidized.
And child support. And
So that we understand that it works. But
start going off of the rails.
like,
Wait, that wasn't my point.
but we know that it works. But here's a problem with like high speed rail and public transportation. They got us on, oh, if you broke, just say so. You know, I don't want no nigga that can't come pick me up. You got to have.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're all trying to individually have. If we just communally put into, it wouldn't be a thing. And again, we see that. Like, if you ever talk to, again, like somebody from New York, they have no problem meeting up somewhere. You
Well,
just go outside, go to the dang thing, comes every 10 minutes, you jump on.
That's the other thing, though. There's a.
We be hopping the trains. I'm gonna be real with you. We hop the buses, the trains, the Long Island Railroad.
But if you,
What?
but if
Hold
you,
on. Wait.
You said don't move on.
We
from
don't
that.
pay for shit.
There's a Long Island Railroad?
Yeah, we got our own little train station from the suburb area. It takes you all the way to the 5 boroughs. It'll stop in Jamaica Avenue, and that's the last stop. And then you have to take another train, which are the subways, to get to.
That's what I was. So the railroad doesn't go underground. It's just all above.
I mean, it doesn't. Shit. If you want
You might go in a tunnel, but I don't think you go.
Yeah, like we go in tunnels and
Yeah,
stuff. But like, yeah, from Long Island, which is Suffolk County and Nassau County, there is the boroughs. But if a suburban, let's say a suburban wanted to go to the city,
Suburban.
they would need to take the Long Island Railroad.
That's what y'all call them.
Yeah.
A suburban.
Yeah, they
Not
call
a
it-
car.
Yeah,
Like King of the Burbs.
You would just need to go ahead and hop on that train. Yeah.
so but so imagine.
But even
Because-
still, we don't get penalized for hopping the trains. We don't get penalized for.
So if you just imagine like other countries, like you said, France.
But also, I do want to say real quick to that point that there's infrastructure built in those places to where now that's not an issue. Like,
Exactly.
if somebody says that, then they're tripping. Like, okay, they just don't want to kick it. But even in places like Savannah, there's not
And Hinesville.
like if you're in
towns.
Pooler
Yeah.
and you got to get to Savannah, even like you gonna need a whip, my boy.
Yeah.
Right.
Even
I need a
and
car for
even
everything down here.
like it's everything's not
The
together.
communal, all the towns are separate. Like this should be a tri-state area.
Yeah, so here's the problem with that,
That
right?
is true.
Because
But y'all got them little ticky-tack states up there that always have the little lines
right,
drawn from the coast, like Maryland and,
and
the DMV
Yeah,
and all that.
yeah.
Bruh.
So here's the thing, though, right? The problem with that idea was, again, we like to sell exclusivity as a premier product in America. So when they were talking about, oh yeah, because Pooler is in Chatham County, we should be extending the bus system and da 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 da. The Poolerites or whatever the hell they call
Oh
it.
yeah,
Pooleridians or whatever.
Pooler
Whatever they fucking call themselves.
This
were
your
like,
boy?
no.
It's crazy,
They were like, no, they're going to be shipping us their criminals.
right? Yeah,
Because, like, what do you think when
Hold
they come
on.
in their cars? They're
Right, so
still-
you think they're going to, like, get off the bus, run into your house with a big fucking Mr.
Santa
Grinch
Claus.
sack,
Literally.
grab all your shit, and then get back on the same bus.
no, and then wait for the bus
There,
to come back
with a
around.
sack full of your shit with the dollar signs on it.
Crazy
Just sit
work.
there.
But that's who that was the thing with
But they,
Pooler, bro.
but they
Like,
sold that fear, and then people bought it. It was like, yeah, nah.
I think that's why it's also important to pay attention. Like, yes, we have the global
The-
politics that happen, but that's why it's important to look at like who's your mayor. Someone said the mayor's name the other day, and I was like, "Who are you talking about?" And I was like, "Oh,
Oh, yeah.
But I'm also, hey, I'm new here, so I was like, okay, that's on me. I gotta
that's fair.
I gotta do my research
No,
because I don't
Van-
know these people.
Van Johnson is a tool.
Yeah, see, and I didn't know.
He is a tool.
I'm-
And I'll
I'm
say
learning.
that.
I'm
learning.
sorry. I gotta say this. And it's just like our election. You gotta pick the lesser of two evils, man. Because
yeah,
for all the bad, the quote unquote bad
It sucks,
that
though.
Van Johnson does, and I'll say there's bad I've seen him do. Okay, but I'm saying quote
Personally?
unquote for people who are like, no, I love him, but no, I'm just saying, but I feel like it's the lesser of two evils at the end. Like somebody else could come in and just Fuck shit
so
up.
then here's the problem, right? We're playing this lesser of
so
two
when
evils.
can we stop playing that game?
No,
Right. And here's the thing: the lesser of two evils is always a spatial juxtaposition. How evil is this guy,
Right.
and then how not as evil.
But this is
You know what I'm
the
saying?
issue with that
Stop getting
with
to that point.
but see with that conversation that you're having right now that
Mm-hmm.
you brought up, you're speaking from a place of privilege. It's at that you're also conceding that you're waiting. When can then do it. But that's the issue.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And then we've seen what happens to niggas that do it, right?
And yeah, so then,
Okay,
so so
even now, like the air got out of the room because it was like,
yeah. No,
Okay.
I mean, because that's an honest critique, right? Like,
yeah,
waiting is a luxury that we can't afford anymore.
Yeah.
exactly. And,
so-
that's what got us here because
Yeah.
it's like I don't want to pick lesser of two evils anymore.
But
So
I
I'm
don't
just-
want to. But I don't want to be involved in the production of good.
Exactly.
See, what y'all are talking, and I'm like hearing Hamilton songs in my head right now, and I'm like, this, like, you
That's
know,
crazy.
I didn't know shit about Hamilton until I watched the musical. Like, I'm like, I don't know these fucking white.
I'll never forgive Lin-Manuel Miranda for what he did to hip hop. But
Continue.
Okay, well, it's just that the lesser of two evils and the waiting, like that's literally what like the villain of Hamilton, like his whole thing is like he keeps trying to wait, but things are happening and moving. It's like waiting is not gonna help you at any. He keeps talking about I want to be in the room. I want to be in the room. His ass was out the room the whole time because he kept waiting for his moment to be in there, and Hamilton's like, "Yep, I'm gonna squeeze right in. I'm gonna make my way." So we we gotta be in those rooms.
Yeah, I mean, there was a Most Def song where he was like, you know, he said that, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was waiting for permission. I just stepped up and took it. And, like, the good is waiting for permission because, the law says we have to wait. The law
Yeah,
says we have to
no,
wait. And the bad people are like, no,
Yeah,
I'm going
they
to
don't
take
give a
it
fuck.
and then make a law that prevents you from taking it back.
and we
Yeah.
just watched it happen.
Yeah,
And we just, and he got into office, like, North Carolina when they got a Democrat governor, made laws to stop
Second
them.
door on the right.
Take a left out of the room.
Left out the room,
And a hush came over the crowd.
and the actual door, not the way to the kitchen, just the door. You'll see it. It's not that hard.
Yeah,
We're
it
has a
making
sign.
It also has a toilet in it. You're gonna see if the door is
Yeah.
open.
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
All I gotta say is that
you think the
your
dog?
Oh, you,
your Poolerites or Pooleridians thing
God.
is just as crazy as when you said space racist before.
No, space racism is real.
I think space race is still up there.
That's real.
I think it's over. But you know
Spacist.
what?
I call
Close
them
second. I
spacist.
will say that.
It's spacists.
Space.
They're called spacists.
Bassist.
All you, I'm a Taurus. My moon is rising. My
What's
my-
your
problem
birth
with astrology.
time?
yeah, my Jupiter is in
You're
its
witches.
Yeah, my Jupiter is in its summer
Yeah.
home. Whatever the fuck that means. Is space races. As soon as you
dance
see me,
with the black
Soon as you-
cats in the woods under the moonlight.
As
And
soon
I
as you
know.
see me, you
we were talking
ask
about
me.
that earlier too.
As soon as you see me,
See?
you start asking my birthday. I don't even want to tell you. Like, when were you born?
Oh,
Nah,
right,
man,
you're
I'll tell
like
you.
I'm
That's
not sharing
weird.
That information. Why do you need this?
Come here,
Right.
boy.
What time
Hey,
were
boy.
you born?
When were you born, boy?
Boy,
What
When were
Dang.
you born? I
When
know
were you
everything
born,
about
boy?
you based on your birthday.
What time were you born?
what's your Venus rising? Son? Like,
I know it better not be no goddamn Aquarius.
Okay.
I've been caught.
is you a Cancer? You's a Cancer, ain't you? I know you're kind.
No, sir, I'm an Aries. Get him!
Cornered you into telling.
Right.
Yeah, we know how to weed them out.
That's crazy.
I'm
That's
just
how y'all be
I'm
acting.
just a
sounds
quarter
a
Taurus.
great-
I'm just a
that
quarter
sounds
Taurus.
a great dystopian story. Factions based off of zodiac signs, and people are like, "Nah, bro."
Yeah, you can't.
No, that's called dating black women. Sure, that's exactly what happens.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you. All right.
I got.
Not-
All right,
That was
that's
good.
propaganda. Oh, that's propaganda. That's the CCP. God damn. That's that red note. I'm not fucking with
As soon as I told y'all
y'all.
I was socialist. Socialists, they're in it together.
Shit. He got red note? Hold up.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Yeah, no. But no, so it's like,
Crazy work.
yeah, no, that space system, this shit is real.
It's called dating the black.
I got people
woman.
in my
hear you,
I got
brother.
people in my family that do it. I got people in my
Honestly, like,
family.
I like the zodiacs, but I'm like, I'm not really about to sit here and like, you're a person. You're a person. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, all these placements that you got. Okay.
She about to get all the snacks.
Oh, it's crazy.
It's that time.
Yeah.
Snack o'clock.
From the comments.
I knew they was.
As soon as we
Hold
said
on.
spaces,
Oh my god! I know this shit. It probably got all kind of planet emojis and stars. He got me fucked up.
Not this time.
Oh shit!
We have
You said not this time.
Doc Savannah 912 from Kick.
Doc Ock, what's happening with you?
He said that is simply politics.
good,
Not
Doc?
sure what he was talking about there. And he says that if you want change, you have to be the change.
Yeah, that
Be
part.
it.
I mean, it's quite simple, but it's quite like it's profound and it's scary
Mm-hmm.
because we all saw the same videos of the 50s. We all
Yeah.
saw the dogs. We all saw the fire hydrants. We all saw the execution style murders from, sheriffs
Mm-hmm.
of black people, white people, Jewish people. We saw it. You know what I'm saying? And then you're saying, hey, your turn.
You right?
And people are like,
You gonna turn you up?
no, I got an LLC. No, I got 1 million followers.
I'm still paying off this PPP loan.
Oh, God.
Man, I can't go. I can't go yet.
You know what I'm saying? So imagine, because when you look at the youth of back then, talking about Snick and, just some of the kids. I got a chance to interview some local people who follow W.W. Wells. And they were talking about how they were children when he was an adult. I'm talking about 7, 8 years 9, 10, 11. And they were sneaking out the house to go to rallies.
Wow.
They were sneaking out the house to go to sit-ins.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was what because the children are trying to be the adults. So when they watched what was important to the adults, they tried to mirror what the adults were doing. And so they created their own factions and tried to emulate what they saw. And our children are doing the same thing. But the only thing we give a fuck about is who's fucking who and who's paying the bills. So that's what these kids are talking about. Yeah. And then the world is moving in a funny
kids
way.
Are you around?
Oh, I work close to children, and I hear what they talk about. I'm not gonna tell you what I do.
Yeah, no.
But
you're
it's
good.
But it's obvious that we are a disjointed people.
No, it's
now are all people like? And I know I get to sound totalitarian in my assessment, but when you have a societal problem,
about to say something crazy.
I don't like to go point at all the outliers and then try to normalize the outlier stuff. Like, oh, there's 5 people over here, but there's 87 people over here. These are the problem.
Right.
You're great. Don't change a thing.
Fact.
But
You're
these
like
people over
like
here,
that teacher in class that's talking about everything. You're like, obviously not the good one. Like,
right? You know,
they're doing their shit. I'm talking about y'all bitches.
Right. Like, and then the people who it don't apply to don't get context clues, and then now I gotta apologize to everybody because you found a way to not be included. I'm not doing that. It's more important that we find a way that we are implicated, like the ways in which, like, there's patriarchy out there for sure. All right. Instead of saying it doesn't exist or I'm black, therefore, like, in what ways might I be perpetuating it in ways I'm not aware of? And then do some, instead of saying, no, I'm a black man and I'm ostracized as well. So then I don't have to do any introspection. No, you might be in your ignorance doing great harm. And it doesn't have to be on purpose. It just has to be effective.
Yeah, it's happening.
You know what I'm saying? So you could be hurting black men as a black woman. You don't have to be doing it on purpose, but it's effective. So we are affecting harm on each other. And then we're just trying to find ways to put our hands up and go, well, no, not me. And the 1 or 2 ways that it ain't you, but in the 15 ways that it is you, we're not allowed to analyze in our own culture. You know what I'm saying? So we have this problem where we're always trying to find a way to be like, not me, not me, not me, not me. And then when we get you to right, we get this, you know what I'm saying? You deny what you can't defend and you defend what you can't deny. And that's a problem. Because now I look at you as not somebody who is, like, people like to say the Bible says don't judge. The Bible never said don't do that. What the Bible said was don't cast judgment, which means do not persecute, which means do something about what you've assessed, right? What the Bible says is judge your brother righteously, which means if I see you fucking up as your brother, my job is to say something to you.
And to get you on the right path.
Get you back.
I can't let you keep doing this.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, you wildin', B. There's nothing wrong with that. If I be like, oh, I'm about to go put something in this nigga, pause.
Yo.
You said put something in.
Put something in this nigga. Pause. I mean,
I had y'all for a second. I just derailed.
It's getting a little zesty.
that shit is crazy.
Okay.
I'll say for 90s talk, that was good. But no, so like, I'm about to do something to you. I'm gonna kill this nigga. I'm gonna do whatever. I'm gonna do whatever. Because of that, that's the judgment, right? But we are so. The minute a man says anything about a woman,
I can't even hear what he's saying right now.
The judgment to put something in this.
It's just the whine. It's just like.
all you see is this.
I was listening, but I was like, I can feel it. I can feel. I was like,
this nigga said, I'm gonna put something in this.
That was like Charlie Brown all over again, you know.
I was listening, John.
What was you niggas in the 90s doing? This nigga said, I was there. Like, what happened?
The way you said that, 90s, you was like, yeah.
I wasn't at that Diddy party.
Like,
Yeah, I was about to get on that. I wonder how my Sir Diddy is doing in there.
He running that shit like Arkham Asylum.
Bro, did you see him driving the motorcycle?
What?
Ain't no-
Insane.
He's the
bruh.
Joker in Arkham
That's-
Asylum.
That's Gotham
Crazy.
City. Like
They got
literally.
him in there. They got Sam Bankman-Fried, who was the crypto scam guy.
They got the guy
Bet
that
you
shot
money.
the healthcare.
Bet you money.
CEO.
One day you're
Yep,
gonna
they
see
got
him.
Luigi in there.
Yeah.
You're gonna bet you money. You're gonna see him like at a party.
It's
one
a
day.
it's
the way
a
I literally
That's
had no clue what
Deadshot,
y'all were-
Joker, and
He's gonna be out.
the Riddler. The Riddler.
the
He's-
Riddler.
yeah.
Yep.
I promise you, he's gonna be out. He gonna have one. He might have an ankle
The
monitor
Diddler.
on.
The fucking
But he's not because what they
Did I say
found.
that?
Check out what they found. They
Wait,
found
wait. I'm
that
so sorry. Jive. Diddle me this.
Oh my god. No, I feel like he,
no.
I feel like he fucking said that too. That's
Right.
the worst
Diddle
part.
me
Look at me this.
Diddle me this. You know what they call me, right? Online, the diddler. So
The Diddler.
diddle me this. Eek.
So no.
And then they raided his damn room and they found I don't remember what they found, but I'm pretty
Record amounts of baby oil.
baby oil.
Yeah, no. I
And
mean,
lubrication.
Okay, anyway.
Man,
which
back
is
to
not a
the-
crime.
lubrication.
He just had the world's biggest slip and slide party planned.
Facts.
You guys
know?
just didn't let him cook.
Anyway, back to the subject at hand and off of this man.
Wait, what's wrong with him?
Off of this man is crazy.
Nope.
No.
Yes.
She said,
Off.
nope.
Get off.
She's like, I'm mentally traumatized.
Go.
Right. No. So when you see the way that we have dissected ourselves along lines that were created for us, perforated for us to dissect ourselves across, it's no wonder where we are right now. It's not. We're not clueless. Like we, instead of voting our best interest, we would rather argue if the woman was black or not. Oh my God, she's not black enough to say she's black. How
feel-
black do you have to be drugged behind a pickup truck?
I feel we should just.
They don't have a problem picking that. Every person in this room is black. 2 white people.
Right.
Yep.
let's just purge.
So what does it matter?
I'm serious. At this point, we just should all go to the governments.
Okay, but
They're probably listening to this anyway. but
Exactly.
hey,
That's why I'm laughing.
Let's hear you
Wow.
out. We all stand outside of the
They
you
like,
know.
oh, hey, put a red square on
White
her
House.
face right now.
Listen,
How Donald
we-
Trump.
we just need to make this
Ni hao,
Squid
Donald
Games
Trump
again.
is crazy.
Like literally,
games.
Squid Games.
So I mean, but that's the thing.
crazy.
So
They just boycotted Target.
when we were
Oh yeah, I ain't fucking with Target.
Yeah, they just boycotted Target
Yeah.
not too long ago.
So the companies, it's come after Costco was like, we're not doing the abolishing of the DEI thing. Yes,
They're
we
not.
keep it.
They're not.
Everyone who like stepped back on it was like, oh well, we're not gonna do it. It's just like everyone's like, oh, so y'all racist?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all don't care, like, and it's not even just racism. It's like every ism that motherfuckers was complaining about is what they're displaying now. So everything motherfuckers was fighting for, like, or like phobia or ism or anything,
Right.
it's just like,
well, because here's the thing, right? At the end of the day, and I just want to say it like this: at the end of the day, all of the white people who had these intersectional moments
speak on it.
were still white at
Thank
the
you.
end of the day. So even when that don't work out, I'm still white. Oh, you're not gonna hire me because I'm gay. You're not gonna hire me because I'm trans. You're not gonna hire me because I'm, you know what I'm saying, fucking Eastern European. I still got an accent. Doesn't matter. White.
I'm gonna
So
say
then-
this. I don't think I should be canceled for this either. I do not.
Don't say no reckless shit.
I ain't gonna say nothing too
Say something.
reckless.
Say it.
That example that you just gave just described Caitlyn Jenner to the T. That's
Because wasn't
Because she's all
Caitlyn-
those things.
Wait, wasn't Caitlyn Jenner trying to like be Republican or like?
Yeah.
yeah, she is.
Like
She's like, yeah, she
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Republican.
But you're still
And,
like,
and somehow was Woman of the Year
yeah.
ahead of every other woman that was a woman that year. So it's like I don't. People who want to identify as how they ever really want to identify, it's fine. You know what I'm saying? You live your life, right? But to the point, there was too much division and too much bandwagoning for motion. That's what we all like to call it. Oh, I got motion. You're trying to get with what got motion. You know what I'm saying? Instead of pushing your thing. This is your thing. You're tied to it whether you want to be or not. They know that. And a part of you knows that. You know what I'm saying? You're only going to ride along their train until that, whatever is tethered to you, yanks your ass back off. And that train is going to keep going. So how long are you going to live in the illusion that you're going to get to the destination? Because what keeps them on that train is the very thing that pulls you back off of it. You know what I'm saying? So we understand that the most important thing that they are doing right now, all this DEI dissemination, all the stuff they're doing is to reignite white supremacy.
Yeah.
That's just what it is on its face. And they're trying to get, like, white women are complaining, but white women voted for this. You know what I'm saying? Because they said it to themselves the same things we said out loud about Kamala Harris. You know what? At least with him in office, we can deal. Because the core of what he stands for, we can
His
fuck
whiteness. Yep.
I can fuck with that. We can argue about womanness and transness, but whiteness is solidified. Good.
Crazy.
When we try to say the same thing for us, like, look, we can deal with her. We could do something about what's happening in Gaza with her.
Yep.
We can do something about what's happening at the border with her. We can do something about what's happening to the education system with her. We said she's not black enough. She was raised by an Indian woman. That is the most salient thing to you, is how black she is. What Negro you know don't got white people in their family or
And
something else going on.
What nigga you know that wasn't walking around talking about some, oh yeah, I got Indian in my family.
And then all of a sudden, that's the thing that disqualifies her. The same thing that makes you exotic, the same things that make you not like these other niggas is the same thing that you'll say. I mean, and it's insane because it's the same thing even in our music. That the same thing that makes you the dopest rapper makes this nigga lame. Oh, I was poor and I was going through. I was poor. It was me. I don't know
What the fuck?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I thought she said it was her. Like, can y'all hear
I
that?
was like, is it me? Because I made sure I turned down my volume and everything. I'm on Sheen. I'm sorry.
No fast fashion. Come on.
Listen, how am I supposed to
No,
look
get your
good?
fast fashion.
How am I supposed to look
what?
good for my gig?
Fuck Abercrombie and
You
Fitch.
hear this nigga talking? You don't even know what he's saying.
I just want my fuzzy boots
Y'all just want these
For $30.
children.
for $20, $30.
And not for $195.
That's some cheap shit, and it's
Okay,
comfortable.
see,
Fuck
see,
Ugg.
that's where you find some crafting friends, and you in Savannah with SCAD students.
I'm gonna be real with you.
Oh my god!
I ain't gonna say
She
too much.
said, nah.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
So the thing is,
Look. I ain't got no issue with SCAD kids.
I'm not trying to wait
But
for
wait,
finals
hold on,
for a
Jive.
nigga
Hold
to
on,
make
hold on. Wait. Can I be real with you? I ain't got no issues with SCAD kids.
Not the final.
But I'm gonna be real with you. If you a snobby motherfucker, I'm gonna knock you in your shit. And that's just that. And I really don't care.
I mean, they're not
Because
snobby.
no, they are snobby. I've been around a couple of them. I've gotten to it with a couple of them.
Oh Lord.
They
sucks.
some hoes. Look, I walked into two
I got
scab
these
bitches.
hands for 'em.
Look, I'm being real with you. I walked into two in the bathroom, El Rocco's Lounge, where two bitches was eating each other's coochie and the bitch was bleeding. So I don't want to hear shit.
Oh.
Yeah,
Not the push.
yeah,
Not the push away.
yep.
she was vamping.
She was vamping like a vampire, bruh. I ain't trying to hear nothing.
You was really in the Blade Club. she was in the Marvel opening, the Blade opening scene.
Oh my god.
Yo, what the
Blood was coming from the ceiling.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
She's like, oh, whoa. Nah, that's some like, you know what?
I'm scarred. I watched it.
Okay, so that's what you think of every SCAD student now?
You walking. Could you imagine?
Look, it's not. I don't think
I
of
couldn't
them.
even imagine. That's like
Like-
walking into the bathroom.
Yeah, no, that's wild. Like that's
Like that's the bottom. I'm traumatized. Like I can
Bruh.
still see it,
that's
bro.
crazy.
But I don't
She was
think
in there
every.
eating pasta with the red sauce.
Oh.
She was in the bathroom eating lasagna,
And then
Henny.
what made it, and then like what made it worse is then they started
lightheaded.
kissing right after. I was like, this is some
I'm
gothic
getting
vampire
lightheaded.
shit.
I feel like dude from Friday After Next. I'm about to pass out. Like, God
No, that
damn.
shit's crazy, bro.
That's madness.
I was
So
trying to encourage you not to get fast fashion. I didn't mean for us to go down this road.
Listen, it's okay.
you did this.
I know.
This is the lasagna episode.
You know, you should have just left it at that. I would have been perfectly fine with the boots, and then we could have moved on to something. Nah, your ass wants to go.
Oh,
And you
okay.
have creative
Well, let's
friends
do
and
it.
shit. Okay.
Sorry.
Everybody's
You
so
wanna-
creative.
You want to know about
I'm
creativity?
gonna show you some creative shit real
Let me
quick.
tell you how creative they get out here.
My bad.
They get tarnation crazy.
Tarnation. What in tarnation? Yo, that would have been the perfect time for you to say that.
What?
You want what in tarnation?
You just open up the door.
What in blue blazes?
What is tarnation?
What is blue blazes?
Blue blazes is the blue fire. I can
Okay,
see that.
okay.
I could see that. Like
Tarnation.
movies be like, yo, what the fuck? But a tarnation?
What in
Something was
tarnation is
tarnished.
going on here?
Something was tarnished, and they were like, "I never thought this would tarnish."
That's
Tarnation.
That's
crazy.
probably.
No, I'm reaching.
Oh man, what the fuck? I
That's
thought that was
close.
real.
Right.
I'm reaching. I don't really.
I
know.
thought that was
They
real
like,
shit.
what in the nigger community is this?
Oh my gosh.
I got to Google a tarnation.
Oh my
Please
god.
tell us
It's going
what
to
you
keep
find.
me up.
It's gonna be right next to Heavens to Murgatroyd, whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
Wherever Murgatroyd is.
Negatron.
Just used to express exasperation, frustration, or incredulity.
Incredulous.
Incredulity.
Incredulity. I've never heard incredulous in a different
Yeah, and
tense.
yeah, right.
Incredulous.
Incredulity.
Incredulity.
Interesting.
Crazy work.
But yeah, nah. So can we get back to the politics stuff and get off bleeding heart
Yeah,
liberals?
yeah.
I gotta-
You brought it back.
I gotta
We don't
smoke
need to
my-
talk about
Vampire Q.
Hey.
Bleeding draws liberals.
I got to throw a smoke bomb up out of here.
Why?
Oh yeah, we're about to close down. We got a whole bunch of stuff to do. How are y'all? How y'all doing? Y'all have fun?
Yeah.
You have fun?
I'm sleepy.
You sleepy?
Yeah, that would have took a lot out of me too. Having to relive that.
PTSD all over again.
That's crazy.
It was a bloody field out there, boys.
All right, it's been Clicked Up the podcast. Yo, man, we had a whole bunch of fun. It is
I
Henry's
saw
birthday
things
tomorrow.
no man should see.
We might just be back up in here just to celebrate his birthday for a second. We might
Yer,
stop by his house
yer.
or something, do something.
Yeah, we gotta do that early or
It's a
something. I don't
birthday.
know.
It's a birthday.
We gotta do a
It's
little.
a
Gotta take a little shot.
Henny,
Bow, bow, bow.
Henny almost had a quarter century.
Woo,
Look
woo.
at
Crazy work.
yeah.
Aged Henny.
I see what you did there.
But where is it? Where's the sound?
Which one?
See,
No.
It's crazy.
I'm timed out.
it's all right. Jesus wasn't appreciated either.
When in doubt, pinky out.
Oh no. Okay.
Now it's there.
It's crazy work.
Oh, yo, man, it's been Clicked Up the podcast, man. We love to have you guys watch us every Saturday. We're going to be moving to a new time very soon so we can get more of the dope cast in here because, you know, apparently 7 o'clock is a little too
Living
late.
on the weekends.
I
It's
like
all
to
right,
be
though.
in my bed on the weekend.
Hey.
Nighter.
Deuces.